Round 5 of the SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series, returning from a 2-week hiatus for 120 laps at Kansas. It's the Wayward Son 180. I'm your producer and commentator, River Page, and we join you here live. Perfect timing, actually, for the first time ever. Just switched out of the intro, and qualifying had gone underway at just about the same time, so ready to get this one underway. 5th race of the year, but these drivers might be a little rusty after a 2-week break over the holidays and graduation time. Back now, and Omar, who was fastest in practice, see what he can do here in qualifying. A full field today. I believe we're going to get at least 40 cars and see who gets kicked out. I'm not sure if there will be a bump or not, because the timing and scoring doesn't actually tell me how many people are in the session. We're just gonna have to wait and see here. Watching Alexander Balderas on a lap, and he's gonna get in the wall and throw that lap down in the drain. Chase Schaffer making another start. You see him actually warming up his tires, doing some cheap tactics here to get some temperature in those tires. Something that this next-gen car is pretty unique to by itself, is just warming up the tires as much as you can. But basically, the warmer they are, the faster you're going to be until about 5 or 6 laps in. Start to get slower. So here's Alex Anderson in his Toronto Blue Jays 67. Pretty nice paint scheme. He goes to the top of the charts, but immediately is dethroned by Sean Rowe. He'll stay second. Riley Marabello goes to third, and a lot of drivers coming across the line. 14 cars set a lap already. Jason Alexander, the last of them. Dominic Barbagallo. Shane DiMantova, I believe, making a start for Andrew Cootie here. He is in the number 6. Oh, no, he's not. He's just been given Andrew Cootie's number in the sim. So Shane DiMantova being shown as the Andrew Cootie number 6 machine, but not him. Alex Anderson on his second lap puts down an absolute heater and goes to the pole. Here's Floppa, who comes across the line. He goes second on his second lap. Riley Marabello third. A couple drivers on their second lap. JJ Hill down on pit road. Brandon Dugan qualifies in the 16th position. Matthew Brower just finishing up. James Bomar coming across the line first in practice. So expectations for Bomar, and he will improve to third. But Alex Anderson with a heck of a lap, and it's been beaten now by Jim Thurston. So Jim Thurston in the Purple Lightning Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports, sponsored by Heart Attack Energy, brought to you by the IORA Cup Series, blows up across the line when he goes to the pole. 69 1/1000ths of a second over Alex Anderson, and that will probably be it now. 2 minutes left, but no real big hitters yet to qualify. Chase Schaffer, though, real slow lap for Chase, as he's on his second lap right now. This is not looking too good for the 99 machine. Right on the bottom in 3 and 4. He is dead last right now. Must have been warming up his tires there as he comes to the line. Chase will go to the... Oh, wow, no, it looks like he got an incident there. So Chase Schaffer dead last. Not at risk of being bumped out. There are 38 cars in the field today. Alexander Balderas hits the wall. It looks like him and Chase Schaffer, the Floppa Racing teammates, are going to... Floppa Racing Persistent teammates. Let's start in the back of the field. Blaze McKinney, the league sponsor and the points leader on a lap right now, but he is 32nd. He's improved very, very much on this lap. He only sits ahead of Chase Schaffer, who made a mistake on his first lap, and he's 5 seconds off the pace. So McKinney, the slowest of the people that have actually set a lap time, competitive lap time. As he comes up a turn 4, it looks like it's going to be an improvement. He's going pretty quick now. 8/10 up on his lap, and he will go to 5th. James Bomar went to 4th. Elliott Drummond knocks Anderson out of the front row, trying to lock it out for Persistent and Floppa Racing, but Drummond pushes him out. Looks like that'll wrap it up as Balderas sits on the track. We'll talk to your pole sitter here, James Thurston. Not sure if this is first pole of the year, but he's been roughing it. Been roughing it up a couple weeks in a row, so we'll just down here. And Jim Thurston into the VC. So Jim, you're on the pole here at Kansas. I don't think anyone beat you. So is that a big confidence booster or what? How does that make you feel?
Yeah, man, this thing is real
no.
quick right now. It's a really quick race car, and we're sitting on pole with it. The Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports boys, they put together a nice piece tonight. We're gonna see what we can do.
All right, so thank you, Jim. So Jim with the pretty terrible mic quality there, actually is going to get pole. He's happy with his team. Pasissim has really been putting in the work back at the shop, and Thurston's happy with the car that he's got today. So we will run you through your grid now. 38 cars today from Kansas, and it is Jim Thurston on the pole alongside Elliott Drummond here. If we can get unfrozen and get us a nice little camera here of what Jim's looking at. So it's James Thurston and Elliott Drummond on the pole. Here's Alex Anderson. Those pole sitters are too Hollywood to get on the track right at the beginning. Row 2, Alex Anderson and James Bomar, who was fastest in practice. Blaze McKinney and Nicholas Martinez. Row 3, Blaze McKinney, the points leader. Still looking for his second win in the season. He won at Las Vegas after contact with Jimmy. Riley Marabello will start on row 4, 7th place alongside Gordon Coots, running at the top 10. Andretti Robertson and Malachi Drake, quick check. Not for those guys. On row and Chris Downey, the teammates on row 6, 11th and 12th. 13th and 14th is Joseph Lewis and Matt Brower. Jordan Herring and Noah Larson on row 8, 15th and 16th. 17th and 18th, Wyatt Roberts and Trevor Haley rounding at the top 20. David King and Carson Marinka, I believe, getting this place. And then it's Alexander Schumacher in row 11. Caleb McKinney alongside him in 22nd. It's going to be Kalhoff and D. Mantova, of course, with the wrong number still. Row 12, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th, Michael Deitch and Kellen Felsha. And row 14, Cole Denton, Jason Alexander. Rounding at the top 30, Brandon Dugan making his first career start, and J.J. Hill. Dominic Barbagallo starting 31st with Andrew Warner alongside him. Chase Schaffer in row 17, last of the drivers to set a lap, but his was not competitive. Ellis Wells alongside him. Mendez and Balderas behind those two. Adam Boyles and Jackson Brown. Oh, rounding out the field as my lights flicking on. But it's James Thurston on the pole here. You heard he's very happy with his car today. And we'll see what Jim can do. So Thurston on the pole, still looking for a win this season. He's had some pretty quick pieces so far this year, but he has not been able to do anything with them. So we'll see if Jim got an booth. We're gonna need to call security here to get the intruder out of the booth, but it's going to be James Thurston leading the field to the green flag here from Kansas. Elliott Drummond alongside him. It's Alex Anderson making his first start in third. Dick Martinez looked to put it 4 wide for fourth, but he gets all slotted in line. A couple cars bouncing off the wall. The leader single file, first through third. It's Thurston, Drummond, and Anderson. The top 3 has some smoke across the line, but everyone keeps it clean. And the first lap will stay green. A couple cars into the outside wall, trying to get used to this track here and how that outside wall is going down. It's going to be the dominant lead for speed. See how it plays out on this time on these Goodyear Eagles as Thurston stretches his lead out, running the middle lane. I talked to Jim pre-race. He has a lot of experience with this track. Since the official series just went here a couple weeks ago, I think Jim was pretty confident in his abilities. But what he did tell me was that some of these cars, mainly the Indycar, were able to run some really funky lines in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, saving time and picking up speed when it used to just be a real top-feeding sort of track where the outside is the only line to make passes. But you see Thurston here making this middle entry and bottom exit work. Alex Anderson trying to put it on that high seam. That's going to be where I think most passes are going to be made, but Anderson really not making up that much time on the cars ahead of him. So we'll see if the bottom lane's able to prevail here. Alexander Balderas out on the racetrack. He is last, so he started in the pits. Chase Schaffer, of course, looks like he might be, oh no, so Chase Schaffer not racing. And we got a wreck! Already Martinez is going around. The caution flag is not going to fly yet. We're going to stay green, so Martinez goes around by himself and no caution. But look what happened here to Floppa's Lowe's Pros 48. Coming off of turn 2, he was running in 6th, battling for 6th with John Rose. That's the 16 of Marabello on the outside. Gets into Marabello, shoots him down. Nothing John could do there. Marabello just got a little checked up, and Martinez gets into him. Probably just a racing incident there. Nothing any of those guys really could have done. Especially Sean and Martinez got unlucky there. We stay green, and now Martinez, last place on the track, gives a spot to Balteras. Thurston continues to lead. Looks like everyone's migrated down to the bottom. Alex Henderson's slipping a few positions. Down to 5th. A very nice paint scheme. Pretty slick. The Toronto Blue Jays, red and blue. I love that colorway. And Alex is making the most of it here. His first start of the season. The first start along with Brandon Dugan. Those two Flopper Racing Power Smash Affinity Speed Motorsports drivers making their first starts here. Trying to do something with it. Anderson up in the front. Dugan towards the rear end of the field here with some battling going on. You see 3 wide, 2 wide all throughout the pack. Jordan Herring right behind this battle. About to go 3 wide. That's Lewis in the 28 in the flow. Make the pass. I love how this track is driving right now. A lot of cars on the outside, a lot of cars on the bottom. It's super even, which just means we're going to have a lot of passing and a lot of good racing. Excited to see, hopefully we get a good long green run. These tires, which lane prevails when it comes to tire wear is Sean Rowe. Look at that wide arc, ends up on the bottom. Makes up a spot, an impressive corner there from Sean Rowe as he races alongside Andretti Robertson, looking for, I believe, his best finish of the year. There's Malachi Drake in the 09 as well. Having some good runs, but I believe he's knocked out at Sonoma or had an incident. I remember that. No cautions in that race. That really, that was really a race for the drivers that have the most stamina and can keep their car out of trouble. Here, of course, back to the regular rule set with the yellows in full effect. Side by side with McKinney, Anderson and Bomar, as Bomar looks to the outside for 6th. Alex slipping back to 7th. Alex, a little slow start here in that 67 machine, but still trying to hold some spots. He's got Jordan Kuntz behind him, and Kuntz is one to play the strategy here on races broadcast on FTN. We've seen a lot of fuel saving out of him, and he always seems to end up on top. Running in 8th right now. He was towards the middle of the field at Las Vegas. Within the first race, he really showed up in front, and he was racing for the lead by the end of things, but had to come down pit road, trying a different strategy, did not work out, ended up losing spots. See what the 99 can do here today. Is Anderson looking back to the inside? That's Blazing. Moving up right now, lost some spots to begin the race, and he's trying to claw his way back up. He sits in 5th right now. Started 4th, he was back in 8th behind Anderson, got around him. Brower up into 4th. Started 14th. And Brower is about to get passed by Bomar. Bomar really charging to the front right now. James Thurston has got a whole lot of gap between him and Drummond though. He loves to see that. Thurston trying to dominate yet another race. Hopefully for his position team, he could come out on top right now. That's exactly what he is looking to do. 1 and 2. 10% of the way into the race when this lap is complete. As Bomar slips back into 5th, Brower goes to the outside trying to go on the charge and make a move on Riley Marabello in that RaceCPI.com number 16 machine. He goes to the outside. That Coors 73 Ford Mustang looking to the middle, kind of middle-ish, trying to stay out of the dirty air from the 44, which is always a factor with these cars. And he did a good job of it. Had a quick corner. He's going to be able to try and make a move here on the 44 into turn 1. Drummond blocking. 16 way up high, right against the fence. Getting some air resistance, you could say, perchance. Off of turn 4, the 44 goes up high to defend. Down the back straightaway, Marabello still on the charge with the 44. Brower has a little bit of protection behind him now as McKinney goes for a move on Bomar and eases right around him. Anderson watching on this battle. Bomar slipping back to 6th. Fighting further back, the 71 of Chris Downey on the inside of the number 88 custom number. Joseph Lewis battling with Wyatt Roberts. That's for 14th. And the 28 gets up in the outside wall. We're going to see that a lot today. Back down to 1 and 2. Chris Downey looking to the inside on the 86 of 1 Trevor Haley, excuse me. And he's going to get that spot now as they come off the corner. There's a little gap. Battling further back, Brandon Dugan in that 37 machine looking to the inside of Demantova. Michael Deitch behind him. The 68 in front of them is Schumacher. And Barbara Gallo underneath him. They're racing for 20th right here, this gaggle of cars. Look at that 16. Oh, he got into the wall there, already trying to run the top line. Pretty interesting. We'll have to see how that works out for him. As you see the gap that's being pulled between him and the 87, as this front 3 starting to stretch a little lead out. The 16 on that outside seam, but he cuts it back down to the middle. Interesting lines here, really not textbook for this track. It's interesting to see, so we'll see how that works out for those guys running those weirder lines. Thurston continues to lead 6 seconds, or 6/10 of a second is his lead right now. And I apologize if I suddenly stopped talking. I went to Portland for the NASCAR race yesterday, and I've just been sneezing ever since. So yeah, we got some allergies up in the Page family here. As Thurston leads 5/10 of a second over Drummond. It's going to be 3/10 from Drummond back to Marabello, then 5/10 between Marabello and McKinney. Brower 5/10 between him and McKinney, and then Bomar and Anderson right here racing hard. Look at Bomar right against the wall, Anderson in the middle, and Kuntz on the bottom, the Season 2 champion, starting to move his way up here. That's 7th. Sean Rowe behind Anderson. He's going to peek down low. Anderson is on the 99 of Kuntz. Kuntz comes down, does a little arrow blocking there. See how that affects Anderson's car. Just shoots him up the racetrack. Sean Rowe is there. Anderson clears him, tries to throw the block. Into 1 and 2. Anderson middle of 3 wide. A Toyota sandwich here. Anderson the meat in the middle. They're going to go 4 wide. I don't know if that's going to work. Anderson's going to clear on them all. And so it's only a 3 wide move unless the 09 of Malachi Drake can do something here. Now Bomar gets up in front of the 73. Anderson, the big winner out of that, he moves back up to 6th. Ahead of Rowe and Bomar battling it out. Now the caution is out for the first time today, lap 20. And it looks to be Callan Belsha and Shane Mantova. Valderas going by, but Mantova involved in the wreck. Let's get a look at what happened here. These guys were just outside of the top 20 last I checked. Oh, wow. There's some contact with Demantova and Herring. They're battling off turn 2. This is Demantova here in the number 20 machine. Just doesn't come off the corner all the way. And when they make contact, Herring just kind of hooks it right. That contact upset his car. The 20 goes around. And it looks like while trying to avoid him, Kellen Belcher runs into him, or there's some contact further back. Starts to go around. He's sliding. He's all by himself now. And Belcher's not even in view. There's Kellen. It looks like Belcher already had damage. Before that, he's lagging all over the place. And so he's already got damage. So this caution is just going to be for Shane Demantova. Going around with Jordan Herring. I'd like to get an onboard with Herring there. The field is down on pit road right now. So we'll go back live. Take another look at that incident now. We'll see here off of pit road. Thurston was the race leader coming in. Looks like Sean Rowe is going to exit the leader. Different strategy here. 7.3 second stop for Sean. He takes 2 tires. Everyone else takes 4. Thurston is out. Drummond is out ahead of Thurston. He took 4. He had a full pit stop. James Thurston with a slow stop getting in. Must have missed his box or something there, and he ends up outside of the top 5. See what happened there to Jimmy. He's the race leader. The 44 is out clear ahead of Thurston. Oh yeah, you see that little blip. That little tire spin. How unfortunate, because he on his tires because he got locked into his stall, which means that he was like an inch out of his stall. I'm sure it was too far back. See where that white line is? You got to be across that line to start your stop, or across the little whatever iRacing is thinks your pit stall is, and you see barely moves, and that's his stall. So that is the time lost right there. You got to be perfect on pit road. No fault there of the Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsport pit crew. Field is off of turn 2, looking for the 1 to green. It's going to be Sean Rowe out in front here. The only driver on 2 tires. Doesn't look like Sean is in a chat that we could talk to him in. Bryce Hamrick, the race control for today's race. And he is calling all the yellows, and going to be a change here. It's been about a month since a SRL officials had to throw a yellow, with Sonoma being the last race. No cautions there. We go 20 laps before the first yellow. All of the ovals in this series have been, we've had huge fields, and so drivers have been struggling to stay clean. And that's been a thing that has been talked about a lot as we get the choose count here in 1 to green. But drivers trying to clean up their racing a little bit, and they did just that. A lot of clean racing we saw right there before the first yellow came out from a incident in the back. But James Thurston slips back into the 8th position now, as he chose the outside lane, or the the inside lane. He's just behind the 86 above him of Trevor Haley. Thurston will start 7th. Sean Rowe, the race leader, on 2 tires. He chose the outside alongside Drummond in 2nd. Marabello in 3rd. He's on the outside. Jordan Kuntz in 4th on the bottom, and then McKinney on the outside of Alex Anderson in the Blue Jays machine. Lines up in 6th. Out front right now, it's going to be Sean Rowe. See how long he can hold on to this lead. The field comes off of turn 4. The first restart of the night, lap 24, coming to 25. The 99 of Sean Rowe is going to lead him to green. Race car comes off, turn 4, onto pit road. The 44 trying to time the jump as they come to the restart zone. Green flag is back out. For Anderson, he saves it. Around goes Marabello. Contact with the 99. No caution yet. I expect it to fly. And they're wrecking big into turn 3. Couple cars getting to the wall. And Marabello, Alexander, Michael Deitch involved in that one. Not as big a wreck as I thought, but 3 cars wrecking, and the caution comes out. We'll see what happened to Alexander here. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. Michael Deitch is an innocent bystander. He gets turned by the 18, I believe. He checks up to the wreck. Marabello going around, so we'll see what happened to Riley. He restarted up in the 4th position. Alex slides up and gets into Kuntz. And Kuntz slides up, taps Marabello, but I don't think that's what spins out Riley. Oh, Sean hits the wall, and Marabello gets into his left rear. It sends that 16 car spinning. He does a great job of keeping it off the wall right there. You can see the 10 of Alexander just loses control, trying to miss him, and comes up and collects Michael Deitch. So Sean Rowe immediately probably regretting that strategy call, as he really had a huge lack of grip there. You could tell. Just absolutely lost it coming off the corner, smacks the outside wall, and collects the 13, or excuse me, the 16 of Marabello, bringing up the second caution of the night. We'll see if cautions breed cautions here. But for now, as the field stays out, we'll take a break. We'll come back to you for the next run. 30 laps will be in the books when we go green here from SRL Kansas.
But experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
The field got the one to go, and the choose car. Last time by, Elliott Drummond, the race leader, chooses the bottom, and the 87 goes with him. John Rowe on the outside, and the 86 of Trevor Haley in fourth. Thurston has worked his way to sixth, made up a spot there as the spinning car ahead gave him a position. The pace car is off turn 4 and onto pit road, and we are racing again.
Green flag.
From Kansas. Oh, and a terrible start from Jordan Coons. Oh, spinning is Haley. Can he hold on to it? He's still losing control. Anderson gets turned. Can he save it? No.
Caution, yellow
And
flag.
it's Roberts. Or, excuse me. It is the 60 car who started that with Anderson. Andretti Robertson. And he goes around with Barbagallo. The 46 of Cole Denton involved. Man, bummer for Cole. Running second in the point standings after some fantastic runs, and he is out of this one. So again, cautions breeding cautions here, and it all started with contact between Thurston and the 86 of Haley. Went down into the corner. Excuse me, that's not Thurston. That would be Chris Downey making contact there as Haley tried to slide down in front of him. Wasn't clear. Downey committed to run in the middle, had a car below him. So the 88 is starting to spin. Bummer for Anderson having a good run here and making his first start. And then Robertson just hits the apron, it looks like. Riding that yellow line and just comes up and turns Anderson around. And everyone stacks up and Barbagallo smashes in to Andretti Robertson. Balderas taking evasive action there. Come back live now. A couple more cars with damage after that one. The third yellow of the day quickly out again. And Blaze McKinney's in the back of the field now. Sure why, but Blaze is back in 28. See if he's been awarded a maybe a time penalty or a penalty for a jump start or something of the sort. Back in the back of the pack now. I'm not seeing anything here from race control. So another caution flag is out, and Alex Anderson is the one involved. He is in the back of the field now. There is a 20 seconds, so we will get a word here with Alex Anderson, who is just involved in an accident there. Alex, what's going through your head there, man?
I mean, I don't really care that much, but just kind of frustrated. I don't know what happened. They started railing each other entering 3, and I just tried to hold my line in the middle while I still had the 60 to my inside. I'd already cleared the 42, so I was like, okay, maybe if I just hold middle, let off a little bit, give everybody some space, I'll be fine, and then just, I'd go to come up at a 4 to come up to the wall. I mean, I didn't go that far up, because I just didn't know if there was still a car up there because of everything that was going on. And I just got dumped. I'm glad nobody else piled into me, so the car should still be fine. Tires might be a little killed, but just hopefully we can make some spots in this next restart.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
So that's the voice of Alex Anderson, who is back in the 22nd position now, or was last time by. He is still in 22nd. Alexander Balderas, big mover of the day. Yeah, he's up 18 spots, exactly what position he's in. After starting in the pits, missed the green flag on the lead lap, and he is looking to come through the field. We're having a pretty disappointing couple of runs here in this league. 44, Drummond got the lead. They hit the choose cone. The 44 will go to the inside. He likes it inside on the restarts. James Thurston is still in 6th after having some contact with the 86 that happened right next to him. The 86 of Haley back in 8th. Sean Rose still in 4th. He's loving this this caution. These wrecks is just helping him out with his strategy and keeping him up in the front for longer. Get the 1 to green next time by. We're going green. The 3rd caution of the day here from Kansas. 5th race of the 3rd season of competition. Ooh. The SRL Blazers Irons Cup Series. Off of turn 4 to the green flag. This time it's the 44 of Drummond once more.
Green flag.
Taking the green flag from Kansas, the 4th green flag of the day. Thurston trying to go 3 wide with Sean Rowe as he starts to slip back. Those 2 tires are going to start to put a huge hurt on his pace. You see 3 wide further back, Barbagallo. And Sean slipping back to the middle. He goes 3 wide. Here comes the 86 of Trevor Haley to the outside. Thurston looking for the third on Matthew Brower, the 1-2, the 44 out in front. 96 of Kuntz down there to block. Brower around the outside. Good corner from Matthew. He's going to take 3rd away from Jordan Kuntz and clear him into the turn 3. Brower running that high line early in this run, trying to make up some spots, get to the lead here off of turn 4. He's going to have a good chance of it. He's going to get a good run down the front stretch, scrapes the wall a little bit, jumping down to the apron. Look at the time gain. Here he comes to the back bumper. 44 goes to the middle, and Brower just drives around him on the outside. Off of turn 2, Drummond gets a pretty solid exit from the bottom line. They're going to go side by side. This will give a chance for Kuntz and Thurston to look in on this battle and make a pass unless Thurston, he goes to the inside of Kuntz, trying to make a move. Up a turn 4, down to the inside, the 44, trying to clear Brower again. He can't quite do it. The same goes for Thurston in the 99, battling for third. On the front straightaway, the 44 loses the lead to Brower. Thurston to third. Boots the fourth, pushed down the upper fifth now. Malachi Drake in 6th. Haley, Roberts, McKinney, and Bomar the top 10. Jordan Harris up to 11th. Up 4 spots from where he started. Dominic Barbagallo, Brandon Dugan, all big movers. Look at Dugan. Started 29th. Along with Balderas, these two persistent teammates have really made up some time. It looks like Baldy actually has lost some spots. Find Baldy on the track. There he is. So Baldy slipped back to 24th. Lost his title as the big mover. It's now Brandon Dugan up 17 spots from where he started, ahead of Flappa and Barbagallo right there, battling for 13th, Dugan to 12th behind Jordan Herring. Kevin McKinney in the top 10. Schumacher alongside with Barbagallo and Mantova ahead of him. Schumacher to the outside of the 28 of Lewis. Side by side, 3 rows deep here. Matthew Brower with the lead. James Thurston is taking over second. See where Sean Rowe is at with those tires. He has slipped way back. On road P23 right now, so this strategy not paying off in the 99 whatsoever. Oh goodness, he's mode didn't. So it is still the 73 of Brower with the lead. However, James Thurston really closing that gap, and he wants the lead back. He knows he's got the speed for it. He led early. And he did a great job of it, pulling the gap ahead of the field, but lost the lead during the first pit cycles, and he's been trying to get the lead back, clawing his way back up. Made about 6 or 7 spots here as he sits in second. Brower, the race leader, coming up on lap traffic of McKinney. Not sure what happened to him. Points leader. Not looking so good right now. The 3 and 4, the 73 losing some time still. Thurston closing up. Off of turn 4, Thurston right to the back bumper. The cars behind us spread out as Jordan Kuntz has lost some spots. Back to 6th. Malachi Drake up to 7th. Dugan to 11th right now. But Brower at risk of losing the lead. Here comes Jim to the bottom. Jim pouncing, looking for the lead off of turn 4. James Thurston, new race leader again. He can't quite clear the 71, or the 73, excuse me, of Brower. Through 1 and 2, Brower has the high line. He likes being up there. Off of turn 4, the position change. Thurston on the outside now. He's going to get clear. Off of turn 4, James Thurston back to the lead from Kansas. The 44 next in line to get around Brower. A 44 clear of Brower had the outside lane now as they work their way back into 3 and 4. Drummond and Thurston retain their spots at the front of the pack. Brower trying to flip back. Chris Downey into 4th. Trevor Haley into 5th. Drake into 6th. Jordan Kuntz back in 7th now with Wyatt Roberts in tow. James Bomar is 9th. and then Kevin McKinney rounding out the top 10 all by himself on that Overton machine. And Brandon Deegan now up 18 spots from where he started today's race. Got 37 Ross Chastain Busch Light machine, an IORA regular here on the FTN channel, but making his first ever career start in the SRL Cup Series and making the most of it right now, as you see a lot of battling in front of him and a lot of battling behind him, with Martinez, a whole lot of front-end damage on that 48 machine. He has Alexander Schumacher and Shane DiMatteo behind him. DiMatteo both for the wreck earlier on. Alex Anderson as well. Yeah, Anderson was back in 31st after that wreck, restarted in 22nd, highest to 3rd, and right now in 15th, as Barbagallo looks to the inside of him to momentarily take the spot away, but that Blue Jays machine will come around the outside and poke the nose back in front down the front stretch. Riley Marabello also involved in the spin earlier on, working his way back to the top 20. He was way in the back of the pack. Jordan Harris in front of him. But back he was in the left earlier on. James Thurston, the race leader. Downey up to 3rd now. He's made his way around Matthew Brower. Brower starting to slip back. I don't know if it's because of the laps he ran on the outside earlier on, but he is starting to lose some pace. Back into the grass now of the 86 and the 09 of Haley and Drake. He hits the wall off of turn 2, off of turn 1, cuts to the inside through turn 2 and gets a better exit off. He definitely didn't mean to do that, but it kind of worked out. 3 and 4 again. You see the 99 trying to make it 3 wide there, peek into the middle of the 86 and the 09 of Drake. Jordan Coots in the 99. Season 2 champion. Looking for his first win of the season. He goes to the outside of 1 and 2 right against the wall. Cuts the exit down. Trevor Haley at the bottom of Brower for 4th. Side by side with them. The 09 of Drake to the inside of Kuntz. He's going to pull up behind him now. Bomar looks to the inside. Kuntz back to the middle. 50 laps in the books now. Or 49 in the books as Thurston completes lap 49 just there across the line. Into 1 and 2. The 99 clears them all. What a move by Kuntz. James Thurston did just complete lap 50 at the time when Spur was just a little delayed. But Thurston on the bottom, still making that line work and pulling a 0.5 of a second gap over Drummond. A 1 second lead over Downey, and then it's a half a second back to Kuntz, and then a half a second back to Brower. Just as the timing looked when he was in front the first time. Back through 3 and 4, Thurston probably nearing pit cycle time here. We'll see when these guys have to come down pit road. But as the race is cooled down here, we'll take a break. The first under green. 3 cautions today, and the rest of the race has been green. Those 3 cautions all within a lap of each other. That's James Thurston, who was pulled back in front and started to dominate once more here at Kansas.
Once again, welcome back, race fans, to the World Center of Racing, Daytona National Speedway, as we get set for our second on-track activity today.
Racing requires everything that you've got. Climbing into NASCAR on Sunday, it feels like you're getting ready to go into battle.
When I hit that ignition switch, that car fires up. It's one of the best things in the world.
This message is brought to you by the rebrand of Throttle Graphics and Designs. This publication may not be reposted without the authorized written consent of Throttle Graphics and Designs. NASCAR Camping World Ford F-150. NASCAR Xfinity Ford Mustang. NASCAR Cup Series Next-Gen Ford Mustang. Arca Menards. This has been the publication of the redesign and rebranding of Throttle Graphics and Designs. This message may not be reposted, republicated, or rebroadcasted without the authorized written consent of Throttle Graphics and Designs. Thank you, and thanks for your time.
Boundless makes its presence felt. It will not be ignored. We're helping turn ideas into reality with a wealth of building products that take every architectural style to the next level. This is what it's like to imagine, build, and transform anything we want into exactly what we seek. This is what it means to be boundless.
Coming back to you live from Kansas, James Thurston still the dominant car of the racing. He's pulled his lead out, but Drummond has held right with him. These two really stretching out from the rest of the field. Chris Downey and Jordan Kuntz battling it out for third, but you see the gap between those guys and the race leaders going by your screen now. 2.2 seconds from Downey to Drummond, and the gap between Trevor Haley and Brandon Dugan almost as big. Here's the end of the top 10. And Brandon Dugan right there, a second off of those guys with Bobby Gallo behind Chase. A battling going on further back. But Joseph Lewis, Martinez, Schumacher, and Alex Anderson all up in this group looking to make some spots up. 48 with some damage after a wreck earlier on, but still making it work as he leads this pack here of 4 cars. The 68 Bunger Lawn Care Machine to the inside through 3 and 4 with the 28 of Lewis as that faster lane. James Omar is coming down pit road, and so we've got our first green flag pit stops underway. We'll see when the leaders decide to come now, because every lap that ticks by that Beaumont's on track with freshies is an advantage gained for him against these race leaders. Thurston and the 44 are really close to each other now as the 44 goes to the inside. Thurston trying to run the top lane in the Purple Thunder machine, but it does not work out. The 44 will stay on alongside, assuming he gets a bit of a side draft there down the front stretch, and he will stay alongside in the 1 and 2. Now he knows that bottom lane works, and the 44 is going to try and make something happen. He gets a little too wide through 1 and 2, and Thurston's going to stay clear of him. Oh, but Thurston gets into the wall a little bit. Look at the lap car too of McKinney looking on in right here with these two leaders. Going to battle a little bit, get back on the lead lap. Thurston still holding the race lead off. Jordan Kuntz and the 71 of Downey, of course, and 71 but 88 on track. Wyatt Robertson, pretty good run for Roberts along with Malachi Gray. Gets at 6th. Looks like James Beaumont was one of the only people with that strategy. Is now Martinez and these guys all gaining some spots. We'll see who starts to come down pit road. Balderas up to 14th, so some cars on pit road now. Marabello and Anderson. 1 lap down. Blaze McKinney 1 lap down on pace, but Brower had just come down pit road. See him exiting there. There's Bomar. 2 laps on these tires. But the leaders are going on 44 laps on these tires. See the 99 of Sean Rowe on a new set going around. James Thurston gonna have to bring it down pit road soon. I think he's gonna try and stretch the fuel out as long as he can. I don't know how long that will be. He has the pit now, and they're not gonna make it to the end on fuel. What he's trying to do, I think, is just make it as long as he can, make it a one-stop race. Give him the best chance of winning on strategy alone. Down the back straightaway, Thurston leading the field. Basically just him and Drummond now, as Chris Downey is 2.8 seconds behind Thurston. Wyatt Roberts is 5 seconds behind Thurston. And Brandon Dugan up to 6 now with the cars ahead of him pitting is 8 seconds behind James Thurston. But Brandon Dugan has moved all the way up to 6th. Of course, he hasn't pit yet. The big mover of the day now up 23 positions. As Joseph Lewis is going to try and come up that road. He's going to make it. Oh my gosh. Wow, I think he's definitely sped, but he didn't hit the cone, so he doesn't get an unsafe pit entrance penalty. See a couple cars coming out ahead of him. Mantova, J.J. Hill coming out of pit road alongside each other. The 20 will get clear of him as they exit pit road and go one lap down. Drummond on to the race lead. James Thurston on to pit road. Lap 68 of 120, and Thurston is down and in, so he does not expect to make it on fuel, I don't think. Thurston will lead a couple cars on the pit road. It looks like Balderas is going to go around. David King is going to go around. Brandon Dugan comes with. So the position teammates down on pit road together. Here comes Jim into his stall. In cleanly this time. Thurston, the 60 of Robertson, the 44 now comes down to pit road. Chasing Thurston onto pit road. Thurston leads the race leader. The race leader for the time being. Where the 44 cycles out with him. Off the pit road comes Thurston. Brandon Dugan looking to come out with him. Dugan is way back on pit road. But Brandon Dugan sitting in his stall. Looks like maybe a mechanical issue or a penalty for Brandon Dugan, which would just be killer. Man, he was having such a good run, and yeah, he's got a penalty. So Brandon Dugan sits on pit road and falls all the way down. We'll see what the penalty is for. Like he sped in. Let's ride on board with the 37 here. Very unfortunate for Dugan. We'll pause it right on the right there. Pace speed or speed limit here is I believe 45. And he is going pretty quick. No, there's no speed, no speedometer on this ticker or this dashboard for some reason. But you can see pace speed is around 5,500 RPMs in first gear, and when he's coming in first gear, he's at 7K. So Brandon Dugan with the speeding penalty, presumably there, loses a bunch of time. Back in 28th now. James Thurston ahead of Elliott Drummond. Thurston, and there goes Drummond down the front straightaway. James Bomar in between the two again. Bomar with a pretty big advantage. He pit a lot earlier than these guys, gained a lot of time, but at the cost of this long run speed. We'll see what Bomar is able to make of this run. He's on 7 lap older tires than Jim. Alexander Balderas on a different strategy. He stayed out a lot longer, and that's good. He made it 49 laps on that run, but he can make it to the end on fuel if he does the same thing. Question is, how long is it going to take him here on pit road? How many spots is he going to lose? McDonald's machine was back in 25th, I believe, when he came into pit before the first cars started pitting. Off of pit road goes Baldy, gives the race lead to Blaze McKinney. 39 laps on this run, so he's going to comfortably make it to the end on fuel. But after taking that EOL, ended up in the back of the pack. I believe he pit for fuel, which would be my guess now. So he can comfortably make it. Matthew Brower, the race leader right now, just ahead of Jim. 11 laps on those tires, 5 on Thurston's, 12 on Bomar's, and 4 on Drummond. Jordan Coots pitted a little bit earlier than the race leaders, and what will be 4th when this cycles or a 5th when this cycles out, with Blaze McKinney coming to pit road pretty shortly. Oh, here he comes. Blaze McKinney down on the pit road. There goes Brower around him. James Thurston coming with them. That's the final pit stop of the race for Blaze. And that's good. That's good. I think that's going to work out for him. I like for this race to go green more than just about anything right now. So we can see how this strategy plays out with Balderas and McKinney only needing to pit one more time. Well, actually, I mean, that's the last pit stop for McKinney, and he pit from the lead. Thurston and Bomar are definitely, Thurston and Drummond are definitely going to have to pit again. I don't see how that strategy doesn't work out. Unless Thurston cuts this run in half, gets some tires, I don't know. That's a really smart play there by the championship leader. Comes out behind Balderas, 1 lap down. Out of pit road goes the 87. They lose a spot to Marenka Sean Rowe. But she doesn't care right now. Alexander Balderas on the lead lap. Here's Balderas, and here's McKinney, the next car. Behind Balderas. Getting put a lap down. Brandon Dugan a lap down right now. Sean Rowe right there. Marenka ahead of him, and here's McKinney in 3 and 4. Coming to 40 to go. Pretty soon here. Strategy, always exciting. James Thurston takes over the race lead from Brower. He's going to try and roll away with it now. He's got a pretty big gap back to Elliott Drummond, about 2.3 seconds as Drummond is hung up with Kuntz. Those guys starting to lose some time, and Thurston can really stretch out his lead here. He can also save some fuel if he wants to. The 1 and 2, Thurston still rolling that middle lane. We'll take a chance to go through the field here as everyone's all spread out and finish with their pit strategies. So James Thurston, race leader, of course, highest of first, and he has led a bunch of laps today. And he continues to pull away from Matthew Brower in second. Lowest of 22nd on a completely different strategy right now. And working on Elliott Drummond, trying to pull away from Drummond. Drummond highest of first, lowest of 10th. He's had a good day as well. In P3 right now, Jordan Kuntz behind him. James Bomar in 5th, lowest of 26th. Caleb McKinney in 6th. Trevor Haley in 7th. It's Downey in 8th, and Alex Anderson has climbed all the way back up to 9th. He's losing some spots now because he hit earlier with the likes of Bomar, McKinney, and Haley. Chris Downey on some newer tires. Bradley Marabello on the same strategy as Anderson. He's back in 10th, and it's Malachi Drake in 11th. All right, Roberts in 12th. Dominic Barbagallo back at 14th. Martinez is 13th. With all that damage, still managing a good run. Shane Mantova been involved in an incident today as well. He's in 15th, and Randy Robertson, same goes for him, is up to 16th and Hill in 17th, racing with his teammate Kellen Belsha in 18th. Now Jordan Herring in 19th. See a lap car going inside. Jordan Herring in 19th, and Edwin Mendez in 20th. Sean Rowe a lap car right there with those two. Alexander Balderas just getting put a lap down by Jim Thurston. Balderas looks like he might be working on some fuel saving here. Right on board with Baldy. As he is ahead of Blaze McKinney right here, so if he can make it to the end, stay ahead of Blaze, that would, I think he could win. But yeah, he's saving fuel, so Jim has to pit again. A pit lane, full trip through pit lane takes about 40 seconds. And a lap time around this track takes about 30. So Baldy cannot give up more than a 10-second gap to Thurston before Thurston comes to pit road. And that, I think, is going to happen because with that fuel saving, how far away Thurston's getting. But Balderas in 21st right now, saving some fuel. Blaze McKinney, I think, can comfortably make it. He's running the outside, taking the longer way around. Carson Marenka in 23rd. Sean Rowe, 24th. Alex Schumacher in 25th. Brandon Dugan, the last car, 1 lap down in 26th. Andrew Larner, the first car, 2 down in 27th. David King, 2 down as well with Joseph Lewis behind him. Joseph Lewis trying to pass Brandon Dugan to unlap himself around 1 car. Henry Caloff behind these guys has had a tough race. He is 7 laps down, and then Jason Alexander 13 laps down, coming off of pit road again. Or it looks like maybe coming on the pit road, not really sure what's going on there. But Cole Denton still racing around, repaired his car, staying in from the very end. trying to get some points here as he works on Balderas. Oh, look at Balderas going super slow, saving fuel, and Denton rolls right back up to him in a hurry. Was not expecting that. And almost runs into the back of him. So James Thurston, the race leader here, coming to 36 laps to go. Now this is about to get very interesting here, with James Thurston being the race leader and needing to pit again. So we will talk to, let's see if we can get a word with Balderas here, as he's the first car that probably can make it on fuel. We'll head to the broadcast booth here and get Baldy in the chat. So Alexander Balderas, you are working on some fuel saving here, man. How many more laps you got to save?
I'm actually 1.6 laps to the good, so we're good. We're just cruising, doing this. Gonna keep up that fuel-saving game, and then hopefully everyone else, you know, kind of falls down, falters, and then just kind of falls to their own stupidity of not saving fuel earlier. And I want to let you know, River, when I came down, I was on the same set of tires. I went on the same set of tires for 73 laps. Wow. And at the end of they were 58-88. So not bad after 80 laps of running at Kansas.
So how far behind you are, how far behind Thurston are you right now? Your relative?
Currently about 3 seconds.
All right, so I think you got to stay pretty close to him, but if he pits, you think you'll be able to come out the leader, yeah?
Absolutely. I am currently, I believe, the only one who can actually have a prayer of making it to the end.
I think
not have to come down to the road.
McKinney can. I know Blaze can. He's catching you pretty quick, I have to say.
But what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. See if we can't keep that, you know, 1 lap, 2 laps to the good. Then we're gonna start driving it more aggressively, keep within Jim. Because I've only lost 1/10 to Jim in the last like 5 laps.
All right.
So we're going. I'll tell you that much. We're going.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
So Alexander Balderas, here, you heard it. He is pretty confident he's made it, and I definitely read my timing sheet wrong when I said that he was getting caught by Blaze McKinney, because he really isn't. McKinney is making up some time on him, but not enough to make a dent in that gap that they have between each other, as Kellen Bell's just coming down pit road right now. Balderas is in 20th. He has a pretty big lead to Blaze McKinney. It's about 6 seconds. And so Balderas trying to play the strategy. He is only 3 laps more on this run than Blaze McKinney is, and if he's to the good right now, that should spark some confidence for Balderas, and his chance here for his first career NASCAR Racing League win. Coming to 31 to go next time by when Thurston crosses the line. There's the gap between Jim and Balderas. Elliott Drummond 2 seconds off of Thurston still, as Matthew Brower has lost a lot of time to the leaders. He slipped back to 5th, Downey around him. Bomar right there as well. These two, of course, on a lot longer runs than the race leaders. James Thurston not worried about saving fuel, I don't think. But right on board with Jim here. I don't think he's going to even try to save fuel. He's going way hard. Grabbing 4th gear out all the way, still shifting. So Thurston definitely not thinking he's going to be able to make it on fuel. And Balderas right now is just absolutely praying that this race goes great. And I tell you what, I hope it does too, because this is always an exciting thing to see a perfect non-manufactured long run. Here comes Jim to pit road. Thurston trying to split the run in half, exactly what I said. 22 laps on these tires. He's going to have to do 30 on the new set. Drummond stays on track. Kunt stays on track. Chris Downey stays on track. No one is going to come in with Jim. So now Thurston is on a different strategy here. He's going to use up these tires to the fullest extent, I think, and just push and hope that he gets around Balderas. Alex Anderson on pit road too. And Alex Anderson just got a lap for a second by Thurston. Pulls back around. Anderson 1 lap down. Sean Rowe on pit road. Not Blaze McKinney, but one of the other McKinney on pit road. I swear there's like 5 of them. But that would be Caleb in the 76 on pit road as well. Alex Anderson coming out. Sean Rowe coming out. And James Thurston coming out of pit road. Here's Balderas. Oh, man. He let Thurston get too far in front. But did Jim take 4 tires? I don't think so. I think Thurston only took 2. So Balderas is on old tires, but Thurston is on 2 tires. And I think this right here may be a battle for the win. Did Thurston take tires there on that pit stop is the question. Let's go have a look. It looks like right sides only was the call from Jim. I did not think about that he could take 4 tires. And, oh, why are we looking at Brandon Dugan? Here's Brandon Dugan and Alex Anderson. But Balderas and Thurston are 12th and 13th, and Balderas is losing time to Jim now. So Balderas' plan's kind of going up in smoke as Thurston pits, can make it to the end comfortably and is still ahead of him. Thurston is in P12 right now. There's Elliott Drummond. Has Thurston 1 lap down. And depending on how many tires Drummond takes on his pit stop, he might be able to stay in front of Jim, but he's going to have to come soon if he wants to do that. See, that 96 is about to unlap himself on track. In the 3 and 4, look at the pace difference between him and the 10 machine. 2, 3, and 4, that's a lap car of Alexander. Off of turn 4, Thurston to the inside, getting around Jason Alexander, and coming up in front of the 10. He is into 10th with Martinez on pit road. Balderas 2 seconds behind Thurston now, so no chance of winning for him. Martinez down the pit road, but when does Drummond come? Because Thurston's going to unlap himself now, so no matter when the 44 pits, Thurston's going to be ahead of him. Just going to be the question of who has the longer or who has the speed. Here he comes. On the pit road goes Drummond. With 25 to go, he's splitting this run basically exactly in half. Jordan Kuntz is going to stay out. Downey's going to stay out. Malachi Drake in 4th. He is going to stay out. Wyatt Roberts is in 5th. I believe he's also going to stay out. No, Wyatt Roberts on pit road. Edwin Mendez now in the 46 machine, or the 460 machine on our end, at the 46 Dr. Hopper car. Oh, is that say Dr. Pepper? Well, I can't read today. But the 46 machine is in 4th. And he has come from 35th on the grid, so now he, up 29 spots, is the big mover of the race after the penalty from Dugan. Shane DiMantova as well. Has to pit again, of course, but he involved in a wreck all the way back up to 5th. Here is Thurston ahead of Drummond. The gap between the two is about 6.5 seconds. Oh man, this is going to get exciting here. Drummond also took 2 tires, which just shocks me, because Thurston's also on 2 tires, and his 2 tires are fresher. His left side tires are fresher, so they've got the same age-old left sides, and or the same lap-old left sides, and about 5 lap fresher right sides on Drummond's car. Just don't see how that is gonna give him. I would have taken 4 just to give it a shot. I don't think 2 is gonna work out. There's Balderas 5 seconds off of Jim. Drummond 7 seconds behind Thurston as well. Trying to close the gap in. He's gonna get around Balderas pretty quick. It looks like Balderas is making a move on or getting around Chris Downey, who's on pit road. Here's Thurston. And Elliott Drummond closing the gap to Balderas. And I tell you what, he is closing the lead a little bit to Thurston, but it's still around 7 seconds. And Edwin Mendez is on pit road now. DiMantova in 2nd. Malachi Drake now to the race lead. No chance of saving fuel for Malachi. He's not trying it. Malachi up on that outside lane. He has no intentions of saving fuel as Thurston has passed DiMantova on track and gotten around Brandon Dugan to put him back 1 lap down. James Thurston, the unofficial race leader. Balderas has been passed by Drummond, and the gap is still 7 seconds. It looks like this is Thurston's race to lose now with 20 to go. Out in front is Jim, all by himself. The Passisum crew has put him in the most perfect of places right here with this strategy. And a great job by Jim to get him in. And out 7 seconds ahead of the competition Now it's about 6.5 though. Drummond, of course, he does have newer tires. Broadsides are a little bit fresher, so he's going to have a little bit of a pace advantage, but it's still just I don't think he's going to have enough time. Through 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. Thurston comes across the line now to take 17 laps to go. Drummond is around Sandy Mantova as he's still trying to stretch this run out. Balderas in 4th. He's got no real competition. Here's Blaze McKinney 4 seconds off of Baldy. Points leader looking to stretch his lead out. That's exactly what he's going to do today. Thurston with 5.8 seconds over Drummond. He can just chill out now. He does not need to push whatsoever. Oh my goodness. Okay, and my phone is playing with music. James Thurston now has a 5.6 second lead. Drummond is really starting to close the lead up, I tell you what. It's 4.3 seconds now. Drummond has just absolutely turned on the jets. I wonder if Thurston is having to, I mean, maybe he's full push and Drummond just he was deking us out with a time and scoring by running a different line. The gap is 5.4 seconds. Mantova still on track. Balderas 10 seconds off of James Thurston, or excuse me, should I say 15 seconds off of him. Blaze McKinney 18 seconds behind. James Bomar came down pit road about 15 laps ago. He is good to make it to the end, and he's probably going to get around Balderas. Drummond 5 seconds behind Jim, closing the gap down. Thurston is really taking it easy now. Barbagallo giving Thurston a little bit of a hard time. Drummond is closing the lead down to 4.8 seconds, so Drummond really has some speed. James Bomar has gotten around Balderas for 4th. Mantova still on the track. He is yet to pit. Now he comes down pit road. That puts Balderas in a 4th. Bomar onto the podium. Laps to go. The lead is 4 seconds. Elliott Drummond is closing into James Thurston. He was quicker by about 4/10 last time by. Now that is on pace to catch Thurston, but I think Jim is just cooling it off a little bit, just grinding around easy right now. And I think he's going to be able to pick up the pace at the end and keep that lead at bay, as Drummond was still 4/10 faster last time by. 30.1 or 31.3 for Jim and 30.9 for or 31.0 for Drummond. Excuse me, just updated now. Drummond closing it in this time by about a 10th. Not as quick on this lap as he was last time by, but oh man, he really closed it through 3 and 4. Looks like that's where he's got his advantage as they come up a turn 4. It's 3.9 seconds now. Thurston pulled it away on the corner exit. Drummond's starting to lose some pace, still gained, but not enough. Thurston's starting to stretch it out again. Ten laps to go for Jim. And his first win of the season is in sight. Jordan Kuntz has gotten around Alexander Balderas for 4th. Malachi Drake trying to get around Balderas as well. His strategy has not played out at all. Down the back straightaway again goes Jim. 3.8 seconds back to Drummond, and he is just coasting around now. He's got it on lock unless he makes a pretty big mistake, and that's a pretty rare occurrence at a Jim, especially right now at this cushion behind. He does not need to push. Malachi Drake has taken over 5th from Balderas. He slips down to 6th. And now just 8 laps to go for Thurston. To the inside of 3 and 4. Comes down a couple cars behind him, trying to get back on the lead lap. That is the 80 or the 88. That is the 71. Technically behind him of my goodness, I can't even find him on track. It's Downey, 25th. Downey was in the top 5 earlier on today. That took me a really long time to get out, but he has fallen all the way back to 2 laps down. He just unlapped himself from 3 laps down. Not sure what happened to Downey. Maybe a penalty there, as Nicholas Martinez is lacking out and giving everyone a free spot. Trevor Haley has gotten around Balderas. It's for P6. Alex Anderson will be the next one in line, trying to get around Baldy with 6 to go. He's got a long ways to catch Balderas, 4 seconds in fact. There's Drummond off of turn 2. 6 laps to go. 5 next time by for Thurston. The lap cars in front of him still just riding around on the bottom. Thurston to the middle now. 3.5 seconds is the gap between himself and Drummond. 5 laps to go for Jim. Closing in on his first win of the season. A well-deserved win at that. It will be for the Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports. Number 96, he is led 74, coming to 75th lap led of today's race. He needs 4 more to get it done. Sneeze right there. So here comes Jim off of turn 2. 4 laps to go. Next time by it's going to be 3 to go. He's a 3.6 second lead. Balderas still in 7th. Matthew Brower has passed Alex Anderson for 8th. Once more, a lot of lap cars around Thurston right now, hoping no one does anything to him. Just leave him be. He has got 3.7 seconds. Starting to pull a gap on Drummond now. Get it done. Some battling further back now. Brower and Anderson going at it for 8th. James Bomar trying to close in on Jordan Coots, as Coots has gotten around him for 3rd. Jordan Coots back on the podium. Oh man, Joseph Lewis puts it in the wall and almost collects the 99 of Coots. But Thurston out in front, and he is him all alone. 3.4 seconds to get it done. I mean, he could probably just clutch it through the corners now if he needed to save fuel or anything.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh no, a caution! Unbelievable! Watch out! James Thurston almost gets collected. Wow! A yellow flag, and Thurston has to just be absolutely outraged right now. Oh my goodness. A caution. I mean, how unlucky can you be? Oh no. Alex Anderson looks like may have been the culprit for this one. Well, he's at least the only car I can identify right there, as was in front of these. These are both lap cars. All 3 of these guys are lap cars. Slow-mo. Oh, what is the 20 doing? Goes 4 wide, and then Anderson just tries to shut the door. I have so many questions right here. The 20 was going so fast. Look at Alexander. Alexander goes to the bottom to let Belsha and Anderson by, and the 20 just comes flying in, and he has such a pace advantage, and he just doesn't think that Anderson is going to run the bottom. I really hate to say it, but I have no idea what he was doing there. In hindsight, he will definitely realize that he should have been going slower, but right there he was just coming in hot and just goes to the bottom thinking Alex is going to run the top, runs right into the back of him, and he almost collects the race leader. The admin's very quick to throw the caution as it was right in front of the leaders, but now a pit cycle, and James Thurston is on pit road taking 4 tires. Elliott Drummond is on pit road taking 2. Jordan Kuntz stays out with Haley and Anderson. Elliott Drummond, the first car off pit road. Wow, this race has been flipped upside down. And James Thurston has to just be absolutely furious right now. He had that race on lock, and I may have jinxed it or something, but the 6 just comes into the number 20, shown as the 6 on iRacing, just comes in way too hot and runs into the back of Alex Anderson, brings out what I believe is the 5th caution of the race. And we're going to have overtime. Here from Kansas, you see a couple of cars coming back down pit road. Lap cars getting their laps back, but James Thurston and Elliott Drummond 4th and 5th. Thurston, the dominant car of the day. Drummond has led 18 laps. Jordan Kuntz has led just 2 laps under caution. Haley has led none. Anderson has led none. These guys, some of these guys coming from the back of the pack. And Jordan Kuntz will lead them back to green as everyone tries to get sorted out here. A lot of lap cars in front of the leaders, so we'll see when they get to go back around. Jordan Kuntz, the race leader now, behind the pace car and behind a bunch of lap cars. 86 of Haley will be restarting in 2nd, depending on where he chooses. Alex Anderson in 3rd. Had some pretty quick short run pace there at the beginning of the race, but going to stay out here now trying to go for the win. Thurston's going to have a lot of speed behind him on 4 tires. Drummond with 2. I can't wait to see how this plays out. I know that 2 tires is a pretty good strategy with this car because of how the tires wear.
Not going green. Not going green.
Caution's going to be extending 1 more lap as the lap cars are going to get to go by now. These guys still thinking it's a choose cone. Eric Kalhoff going by. I'm not sure who is that up in front of the leaders. I believe it's these guys are behind the leaders. It was Belsha that was behind the pace car. He goes around now. So Jordan Kuntz should be behind the truck now, and he is. So we're going to come get the choose cone next time by. What an insane turn of events. A yellow flag with 1 corner to go before the race is made official. And James Thurston, who had the race on lock, has a lap car cause an incident directly in front of him, almost piles into it himself. Great job of avoiding it. Off of turn 4, we'll see where everyone goes. I expect Kuntz to take the bottom here. Haley will go opposite of him for sure. Kuntz to the bottom, Haley to the top. Anderson to the outside. Thurston and Drummond to the bottom. Wow, I did not expect Thurston to take the bottom, but he likes the inside. Malachi Drake will take the outside of row 3 and 6. He's on new tires. He's on 4 tires. He's on 2 tires. Nick Martinez and everyone else behind them is on 4, except for Balderas, who is in 11th, or he's going to be 12th since he's on the outside. He is on 2 tires, and the rest of the field that came down pit road is on 2 tires, or is on 4 tires, excuse me. And that is most of your top 10. Drummond will restart 3rd. Anderson will be 4th, so Drummond 3rd, and Thurston in 5th. Here we go. Green, white, checkered. What an exciting race we've got here. And it's going to be James Thurston going for the win. He's on 4 tires. Try and do it for those Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports boys. Built him a fast hot rod from the pole. Was Thurston. He's led most of today's race. Jordan Kuntz, the reigning champion, trying to steal one at Kansas. The pit strategy may play out. He needs to get a good jump here. He's got fresh tires behind him. He's got to get going quick into the restart zone.
Green flag.
And there he goes. He gets a good jump. Thurston gets a good jump as well. Right behind the 44. Haley's going to try and clear the 44. He can't do it. He gets back up in line in front of Anderson. Jordan Kuntz way out in front. Look at Thurston on the rear bumper of Drummond, trying to move him up the racetrack. Off of 13 to go. Oh, and they wreck! They wreck! And that is going to take out a lot of cars. Oh, Balderas, oh my gosh! He gets ARCA braked. And Balderas is killed, along with Malachi Drake involved. Andretti Robertson. The 67 of Anderson was the main, the first car that I saw wrecking. Oh no, what Anderson, what are we doing? Just comes up, not clear, puts Haley in the wall, and everyone scrambles to avoid it. This is going to be a hard lick for Anderson. Locks up the brakes, inside wall, just misses the gap, smashes the wall. But look at Balderas here. What is the 05 doing? Not sure who that is, because I don't actually see an 05 on the timing and scoring. Whoever it was came in hot. Right on board with Balderas here for this wreck. Nowhere to go. They start to spin in front of him, tries to stay on it, but Bomar just stays on the gas. Runs right into Baldy. Look at this. Balderas just sliding, thinks he's gotten out of it pretty unscathed, and here comes the 05. Try and read the name on that because I don't see an 05. Oh, that's going to be Marenka. Where is he? Here he is. Oh, he's the 050, excuse me. So Carson Marenka with the ARCA break of the season. Wow. Blobbers head on into Balderas, ends his own race. Not too smart there on the ARCA brakes from Carson. And so that takes out a lot of competitors, and Jordan Kuntz is not happy with that at all, because the buffer that he had was those 2 lap cars, or the 2 cars on old tires that wrecked each other right there. And so he's going to have to restart right in front of Thurston and Drummond, which is exactly what they did want to see, because now they're going to have 2 full laps right behind the race leader to get it done. 120 scheduled laps. We are on lap 127 here. Next time by, it's going to make it 128. So we're going to have a 130 lap race, 10 extra laps, with 2 overtime finishes at least.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Do you hear that from the race control spotter? The race has been extended 1 more lap, so it's going to be a 131 lap race. Jordan Kuntz leads the field of the choose cone. He drops down to the bottom. Drummond should take the outside, or the looks like he's gonna go down to the bottom. So he puts Thurston on the front row, and that's gonna give Thurston the opportunity to just get right up on the outside wall and rip around the 99 to take off for the win. Thurston needs to get a good start. Coming off of 3 and 4, James Thurston leading the outside lane. He has the 86 of Haley behind him. One of the cars that stayed out on that caution. It's just Haley and Kuntz that are left now, as Anderson got wrecked in that last caution. Alexander Balderas out on the track. Not sure where he's going right now. So we're gonna restart 3 wide. Who cares? Jordan Kuntz back to the restart zone.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, and the 86 pushes Thurston. Man, I don't know if there's going to be a penalty there. That was borderline jumping the start, but that is great for Jim. They are 4 wide further back. Thurston is going to easily glide around the outside of the 99 now. There's contact. Thurston gets turned by the 99, saves it. Around goes Kuntz. No caution yet. We're staying green. James Thurston in the middle, huge wreck in the back. You hear it. 1 car on the wall. Kuntz went around. We're staying green to the white flag. Thurston versus Drummond. White flag in the air one more time around Kansas, and James Thurston has the fresh tires. Only 2 on Drummond, but he has the bottom lane, which has been quicker. Here they go, side by side. Martinez to 3rd. Drummond's clear. Thurston switches back low. Drummond blocking, but he can't get to the front end of the 96. Thurston on the inside, throws it in. Ripping the white line, slides up, he can't do it. They're going to be side by side to the line. Off of turn 4, they beat him, bang! Thurston in the grass, he gets turned. He comes across the line, out of the infield grass, and James Thurston wrecking across the line and winning from Kansas. A flip for Sean Rowe after the line. What a finish. Wow. James Thurston wins and wrecks hard after the finish in the infield grass, reminiscent of real life here at the Kansas Speedway just a couple weeks ago with Buescher and Larson. James Thurston to the bottom, tries to throw it in there. He had it won, but he hits the inside. He hits the white line, hits the apron, it bounces him up. Right here, there's contact with Drummond. He puts Drummond in the wall, and Drummond is not happy with that. He tries to turn him, and he hits him right there, and somehow, with the lag and the 96 in the grass, he keeps it straight. He should have been right hooked into the wall right there. Nick Martinez almost comes across the line to beat them both. Look, I mean, I just can't believe the person survived. Puts him in the wall, and look at this. I mean, Drummond is, without a doubt, just turning hard left at this point. And then he gets loose. Okay, so he didn't mean to hit him at that last point, I don't think. Because you could see, he tries to stay on him. Right there, hits him again, and then he just bounces. Turns him. I just don't understand how Thurston kept it straight. Some incredible car control from Jim. And he ends up the race winner. Nick Martinez comes home 3rd. Drummond in 2nd. But I would like to go look at that restart there and just see how Jim got such a good launch. It was the 86 of Haley who restarted behind him. And I mean, Haley hits him before they're going. And Jim is trying not to go. You see, he waits for the 99 to get on it. James Thurston is the race winner, unofficially, but that start may be in question because he got such a big push. We'll have to see. He's in the waiting room, so we'll talk to Jim now. James Thurston, race winner. What an exciting finish, man. How's it feel?
Oh my god, dude! I don't think I wanted it to be that exciting. I would have rather had it go green the first time, but I think tonight, I for once made all the right decisions every single time we pit, and it really helped. Other than the first stop when we got pushed down pit road speeding, it went really well tonight. And that last yellow there at the finish to cause all those overtimes, that made me a little upset. But getting through that helped, and then yeah, we had that huge run to the finish with Elliott, and yeah, sorry about putting him up in the wall a little bit. I don't think he's too upset about it, and just yeah, just great win for Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports. I'm so glad to finally get a win here. I'm pretty sure it's my first win in this league, even though it should be like my third or fourth. But yeah, we'll take it. That was just a perfect race right there.
Well, Jim, I do have to ask. So, we were going back and looking at the restart there. The car behind you really gave you a big push. Were you you have to slow down a little bit after that? He definitely pushed you before anyone else went.
Yeah, I got a penalty on the screen because of that. But you can see afterwards, I let out so that I don't beat the leader to the line. So, I mean, unless the league admins want to say something else, I mean, there's not much else I could have done. I mean, I'm not going to hit the brakes in that moment. Um, for the leader, I mean, he did get to the line first. He had more speed at the line. I did about everything I could have done. It's just Haley getting my bumper really hard, trying to get himself an advantage, and he ended up being probably the worst off out of anybody. I just hope it doesn't disqualify me, but I don't think it will, but we'll see. Just a great race. Again, thanks to Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports. Thanks to you for broadcasting, and yeah, I'm happy to win this.
All right, congrats, Jim. Thanks for talking to us, buddy.
Thank you, man.
So James Thurston, his first win of the year, and we'll talk to Elliott Drummond now. Just so close there off of turn 4. You got put in the wall by James Thurston a little bit, but come up in second. How's it feel?
It feels fine. I mean, I was just trying to get myself in the top 20 just so I could be locked in each race, but I mean, things happen, you know. He definitely should have won the race. Yeah, I shouldn't have been there. Kuhn shouldn't have been there. He should have won the race fair and square, easy, and lap 120. But then, I just said, well, I'm gonna make do with the opportunity that I got. So I took 2, and I was able to get the second. And I thought that was gonna be like the death note because I not the best at restarts on the outside. So got a good enough start to where I could push Kuntz. And they had a little tangle off too. I just tried to stick to the inside and just not lift. And I did. I was able to clear him on the back straight. I feel like if I could have cleared him and blocked him going into turn 3 on that last lap, I could have held him off, but wasn't able to. And definitely on the bottom, you're just gonna squeeze the guy up into the wall, no matter the situation. So maybe I could have pinched him. He would have got real tight, and I guess we could have had side by side. But he put me in the wall. I felt like it was only fair I could dump him. So I tried, and he countered it by just going straight to the grass, which was a smart move. But I'm just glad he won the race. And if I was going to dump him, I would have had to have won and not just, wrecked him just because. So I'm actually really glad he won. He deserved it the most. 81 laps led. It was his, but oh well, I'm glad of the result. Still running top 6 every single race I've raced this season. So I'll go to Chicago and try to win that one. Love the road courses.
All right, so yeah, no hard feelings obviously between you and Thurston. So pretty entertaining finish. You got anything else you like to say?
That's about it. Happy Men's Mental Awareness Month, I think it is, or just Mental Awareness Month, right? Mental Health Month.
Hey man, I don't know. All right, well, congratulations on the second place. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, you too.
All right, so Elliott Drummond comes home in second. So we'll talk to Floppa, who kind of wasn't really in the front all race, but you finished third, buddy. How's it feel?
It feels good. We had a really good race car. I feel like we just didn't luck out at the beginning there. I got myself into a wreck, and we just struggled all race. We were about 10th place, about to go a lap down before the caution at lap 119 came out on the 2 to go. We just got really lucky there, and from then on, we went from 10th to 6th, and then eventually we finished 3rd. So overall, I feel like we had a really good race car. I'm kind of disappointed that I had a lot of damage because the leaders did wreck, and I feel like if I didn't have damage, I could have been there to take that checkered.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't really know where you were before that, where you were 10th, you say. Did you expect to end up so high up at the end of this race?
Honestly, no, but once I was in turn 3, about to go a lap down. I seen that smoke come out in front of me, and I instantly knew we were kind of getting the caution because I could see directly what was happening. And I was just like really happy that happened too, because not only did it save me from going a lap down and save my race, lead to me getting P3. It also saved me a top 10 finish. So yeah, I was very fortunate in that sequence of events, and we just got to do better in the next few weeks, because we definitely do have race winning speed. So overall, I'm just kind of disappointed with the performance we put out today.
All right. Well, you got anything else to say, buddy?
What's that?
Got anything else like to say?
Yeah, Blaze McKinney sucks, dude. Like, I mean, he's an Earl Block merchant. I mean, come on.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Yep.
So Nick Martinez, Floppa comes home in 3rd, and that will wrap things up if I can just get the there. So James Thurston with his first win on the year, and he thinks his first career win. I was pretty sure he had won before, but I guess maybe not. Elliott Drummond 2nd. He continues his top 6 streak on the season, and I believe may have taken the points lead. Nick Martinez in 3rd, of course. Dominic Barbagallo in 4th. Riley Maravello 5th. Matthew Brower 6th. Andretti Robertson in 7th. James Bomar 8th. Trevor Haley in 9th. And Blaze McKinney, the points leader coming into today's race. Last car in the top 10. And then it's Edwin Mendez in 11th. Jordan Kuntz in 12th. BJ Hill in 13th. Sean Rowe 1 lap down in 14th. Somehow ties with Alexander Balderas. Okay. So Balderas is actually 15th. Jordan Herring is 16th. Kellen Belsha 1 lap down in 17th. And Schumacher, Roberts, and Larner 2 laps down, rounding at the top 20. Joseph Lewis, Shane Demantova, and David King 3 laps down. Malachi Drake does not finish the race. He ends up 24th. Carson Morenka 25th. Alex Anderson 6 laps down, 26th. Caleb McKinney 27th. Henry Califf and Jason Alexander 7 laps down, 28th, 29th. And Brandon Dugan P30, his first start. Chris Downey finishes in 31st. Last car to finish the race. Cole Denton, Noah Larson, Michael Deitch, Adam Boyles do not finish. Chase Schaffer, Ellis Wells, and Jackson Brown did not start the race. So that wraps things up. A very exciting race here at Kansas Speedway. A lot of strategy and a good finish. So we hope to see you all back next week, and I hope you all enjoyed the
Excuse me.
Oh my God! Why do you keep doing this to me? What do you want?
It was a cool race, I thought. And you did look at the part where Anderson just comes up like a car's not there, and
yes,
kills
I did look at
kills
the
our chance to get up there. Yeah. I don't know what he was doing. He's got some clouded cataracts or something. He can't see where the other race car is. It's right next to him, but
hey, security.
Just
all right,
just
we're
drove.
gonna get this
Hey,
guy out of here. So Alexander Balderas lets himself into the booth there, but I'll continue on. So that's the 5th race of the season. If I could pull up the schedule quick, I believe the next race is another road course. I'm not quite sure though. So we'll have to find the schedule, which is down here. Where is it? Alright, who cares? Just tune in next week. All the races have been entertaining, except for when Parker White shows up at the road courses and just makes it a snooze fest. But yeah, hope you all had a good time watching. Congrats to James Thurston and Power Splash Affinity Speed Motorsports for their first win of the season. Hope you all have a very good night.